Happy Monday. It's not Monday, it's Sunday. It's not Sunday. Ugh, it's been a week. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. By popular demand, we're doing Mixing Grays Part 4. It's been a very long time since the last episode of this came out. I think it's been months since I did the last episode of this. I want to say it was like maybe last summer. It's been a year. When did the last episode of this come out? Gray. Show all. The last episode of Mixing for Grays was September 13th, 2023. So it has been almost a year since the last episode, but it is a series I genuinely really enjoy doing. It's quite a lot of fun, and so we're gonna do it today. I've got colors pulled, I have all the stuff I need pulled, and we're just gonna jump in and do it. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. So let's do this thing. Some of the colors are colors that appear in the Schmincke series. For a couple of them. Might be a little bit too high. Maybe that's better. So, the colors we're mixing for today are Schmincke Urban Gray, Schmincke Shire Gray, White Knight's Neutral Black, Daniel Smith Moonglow, and Roman Szmal Shadow Violet. So we're going into like the sort of more blue grays, but also like the more purple grays, which I'm quite excited for. It's been a hot second since I mixed for the Schmincke ones. And when I last mixed for the Schmincke ones, I couldn't actually use Schmincke paints to do them, and so I didn't get the right color. So I'm hoping that using Schmincke paints, I will get the colors I want. So to start with, we're gonna do a nice wash of all of these colors. So this is Schmincke Urban Gray. Oh, such a pretty gray. Just like one of those grays that is so nice to use. It's quite blue undertoned, which I always find surprising, seeing as blue is the third pigment in the mix. I always expect it to be more yellow undertoned than it seems to be. I find the blue really pops. So I'm almost wondering if I've grabbed the wrong blue, but we will find out. We have Shire Gray. Where again, the blue really pops in the undertone. But it uses a different gray than you'd normally expect to see in a granulating mix. Normally you would expect to see ultramarine blue. In this case though, you see Cobalt Blue Dark, which is PB 74. For whatever reason, this paper has a few little fluffies. White Knight's Neutral Black has a very similar sort of a look to it to Shire Gray, I find. Like they've both got that dark with the very blue undertone. We have Daniel Smith Moonglow, which I think people love it or they hate it. I have it in my palette. Is it a color I reach for all the time? No. But I do like having it. It is a very purple gray. But I do also consider it to be a gray. Like it's got too much. The green cancels it out too much for me to consider it a true purple. So it does sort of live in that like purpley gray world for me. And then we have Roman Szmal Shadow Violet, which again is that very, out of all the Shadow Violets I have, I consider this one to be the least shadow violety, if that makes sense. It always screams green to me. So we're gonna jump into this and just have some fun. And so for Shire Gray, or Urban Gray, I guess is first, we have Volcano Yellow. Let's do a good blob of that. Except that's not Volcano Yellow, that's Urban Yellow that I've grabbed. Just by looking at it, I knew it was wrong. Oh, all right. Where's the color I actually want? Is that Urban or Volcano? That is Volcano. Great. And for the sake of not grabbing it later, let's grab the backup Cerulean blue now. Well, we might go and start with a different color because that's going to have to sit for a minute with water on it. Oh, it's always fun when you can tell as soon as you put down a color that you've grabbed the wrong color. So let's start with Moonglow. Let's start with Moonglow. And I just dipped a dirty brush into my clean water cup. Because I am so smart. SMRT. Oh, it's been a day. So, let's grab Viridian. And we're going to move the clean water cup so that we stop almost dipping the paintbrush into it. Daniel Smith Ultramarine Blue, which I think is the wrong ultramarine blue in this case. And PR 177, which is this. Roman Szmal's Anthraquinone Red. Oh, that looks like a very pretty purple. I don't know that it's the color I want. Oh yeah, no, it needs more green. It's too pink. It is very pretty, but it's too pink. Did we just get it in two? I think we may have just got it in two. All right. That's a rarity these days. I might add a titch more blue, but I don't think it needs it. Just to like cool it down a tiny bit more. Yeah, that's closer. So it needed titch more blue just to cool it down a little bit more. But mostly there in two, totally there in three. All right, let's go back to, I'm trying to let you see the palette, but honestly, it's a bit in the way. Let's go back to Urban Gray, now that I've let the right color sit. We have Volcano Yellow. We have Volcano Red. We have Holbein Cerulean. No, we don't. I've grabbed the wrong color. Cool. We have Cosmic Creation Cerulean because I don't want to go figure out where that cerulean blue is. from there we're going to tweak. Definitely needs more black. So where are we right now? I would say we are still too green. Let's add in a titch more red. I think we're too brown now. Where are we now? Oh yeah, we're too brown. I think this is what I ran into last time, which is that I couldn't tweak it enough in the right direction. That it just sort of you're still too yellow. All right, let's toss in a little bit more black and a titch more blue. I think it's got more of a blue undertone than I think it does. That is way too blue. Let's tap in a little bit more red. Probably not that much red. And some more yellow. Where's that? Let's see how that dries down. I don't know that it's got quite enough black in it still. The black is so prominent in the other one. Oh, that might be it. I might have just needed more black. All right, what's up next? We have Shire Gray, which is the same yellow. But this blue and then we're tossing some black in. I've got too much black. Ha. All right, so what I need to do is take a bunch of this and throw it in here. And then some of this. I think I've probably taken this too green, but maybe not. You're still a little too yellow. There we go. All right, that one wasn't awful. I think it was easier than the last time I mixed it. White Knight's Neutral Black. I don't know that I've mixed for this one yet, ever. Oh, I love how Moonglow looks in a pan. Maybe I don't have it totally in mass tone. I definitely have it in this washed out, but it's not quite as dark. PR 187, which is White Knight's Red Lake Matter Light. I think they're the only brand that currently has this pigment on the market. I know Winsor Newton did it as a limited edition color a few years back. So it is around from other brands, but it is hard to find from other brands. And then Phthalo Blue from Schmincke. Phthalo in my brush. There we go. And finally, PBK7. We're going to put this down. I know it's too red. It's a very pretty brown, but that's not what we're going for. So I almost feel like this paint should have, oh, that might be it. Should have a yellow in it, but according to its pigment list, it doesn't. But I might have just neutralized it enough that it's less purple. Nope, we're still pretty purple. I don't know that we're gonna get this non-purple, honestly. We're missing the yellow or the green. As I now look up to make sure I've got the right pigment numbers for it. Yeah, I do. Because theoretically, you'd use a yellow or a green to neutralize. This is a very pretty color. In mass tone, it's similar, but once you wash it out, it's very purple. Oh. Okay. It's still got a more purple undertone, but once it's settled, it's closer. That's interesting. So they're using like a tinge of the pink. Okay. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more phthalo into it, which I think will have officially taken it to indigo. But you never know. I would say that that's not far off. I'm wondering if the PB15 White Knights makes is more green undertoned. And it just happens to be that the one that is in my palette, which is the Schmincke version, is less green undertoned. And then finally, we have Roman Szmal's Shadow Violet Light. And I'm glad we have two sections in this palette because I have two very different PG50s. I have, I don't know if you can see them both on camera, I have this PG50 and I have this PG50. They are two very different PG50s. We're gonna start with the Cobalt Teal from Daniel Smith because I think this is what it is. I might be totally wrong. But to me, this sort of has that sort of light turquoise in its undertone. And I know that it neutralizes this pink quite well. So we're gonna go that it's that color. I might be wrong. We'll find out. There's our lovely blue. And our pink. I think I'm wrong. All right. let's throw our emerald green one in. Let's throw our blue in. Like that I didn't even put that one on paper. This is really pretty. We might swatch it out. It's just not what I'm looking for in this case. I think this might not be green enough. I would say this is what I expect a shadow violet to look like. Washed out, it isn't all that different. Mass tone, very different. Now we're just green. Toss some blue in. Because now we've got this color, but we don't have the washed out version. Can I make the washed out version on this paper? I need that pink undertone to come through. In a way that it's really not. I think now I've made the ultramarine light. I have, or not the ultramarine light, the shadow violet light. All right, let's toss a little bit more green in here. Oh, come on. You know you want to do what I want you to do. You know you can do it. Just need to separate out with water the way I want you to. You're just gonna separate out green. Wow. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Because now we're sort of closest to the mass tone. The thing is, I want to use their quinacridone red because I have it. I don't want to use another brand's. I like how I could just get another palette. I don't know if I can make one where we keep that mass tone and separate out pink. Because now I've tried with 2 different ultramarines and I lose the pink. This might be a question for Laura. Because it's a quite interesting shadow violet, but you lose the pink. So let's go through and swatch all of these. And then we'll know what is used. So as always, I will leave the list of paints in the description. I'm just going to throw pigment numbers underneath all of these for ease. All right, where's a pen? There's a pen. That's not the pen I want. All right, we have PY159, PR10108, PB35, PBK12, no, PBK11, PB74, PR187, PB15.1, PBK7, PG18, PB29, PR177, PG50, PG50, PB29, PV19, PB29. There we go. Mixing Grays Part 4. I would say this was the least successful Mixing Grays episode I've done. From and Szmal Shadow Violet Light has me really stumped. I'm happier with Urban Gray this time around. I'm happier with Shire Gray this time around. I don't understand neutral black because there's nothing to neutralize the two colors that are in it. And I don't quite understand Shadow Violet from Roman Szmal. Because I can get close to the mass tone, but I can't get the pink wash. And if I get the pink wash, I don't get the mass tone. So there's going to be some things to play with, which is always fun. It's nice to have a challenge and something to work towards in the future. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this inspires you to get out some colors and to try and sort of figure out how to mix for them yourself and just work through the process, because I think it is one of the best things you can do for when you're learning how to mix, especially colors like grays, because you learn so much by sitting down and looking at a preset formula of pigment numbers and then trying to figure out how they actually did it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.